Hi, and welcome to this episode of Tennis Volley Talk by Brian Danielson. Hey, this week is actually now the ending of Wimbledon. It's coming up to the finals on Saturday and Sunday. So actually, it'll be an American woman, Amanda Anisimova, against Iga Swiatek. And actually, Amanda Anisimova beat Arina Sabalenka 6-4, 4-6, 6-4 in a very hard-fought three-set match. She kept her cool. She has a little bit of a bout in the second set that she didn't get the right points that she wanted, but she ended up pulling it out in the long run with a very good third set and kept her composure and didn't let Sabalenka try to dictate points for her. And then she's going to be taking on Iga Swiatek that beat Belinda Bencic, 6-2, 6-0. 6-2, yeah. So Iga is very much playing very good on grass. It's going to be their first final of their careers to be being in the final of Wimbledon. So who knows how that would happen. But who do you think might win, or who will win the Wimbledon final between the women? Now, I personally probably odds-on favorite is going to be Iga on that Wimbledon victory with that. But then but for whatever reason, Amanda Anisimova possibly could win because she has a very hard shots and very good penetrating ground strokes. And then she can turn it on a dime of either cross-court laser or down the line laser backhand down the line from any position. So it'll be a good match either way. I just hope that Amanda does not get nervous and decide to like choke or just not play good because she's nervous. But it'll be a close match either way. So what do you guys think about that? Also, just be sure and watch Tennis Volley Talk on YouTube. And you podcasters, you're going to see the racket of the week that I'll show you a racket and you can hear about it. And if you want to go see it on Tennis Volley Talk, my YouTube channel on YouTube. So with that too, also you also have Carlos Alcaraz beating Taylor Fritz 6-4, 5-7, 6-3, 7-6, and then Jannik Sinner beating Novak Djokovic 6-3, 6-4, 6-3 in that match. So then the final will be between, again, French Open final between Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner. Who do you think is going to win that? But I think maybe Sinner might play a little bit better and get revenge against Carlos Alcaraz and stop him from his three-peat of the Wimbledon final. But there again, he might pull it out and then win his third Wimbledon. So he's on his way. If he keeps that up, he could be on his way of beating Bjorn Borg in 5 straight and maybe getting later on 6 in a row. Who knows? But that would be interesting to find out for sure. If anybody else young and upcoming will take care of that for him and beat him in that respect. But anyway, however, the fact is that myself, I'm actually coming back from injury, and meaning with that, I just am grateful that I am coming back from injury. I have the broken arm right here, right there, right below the shoulder. My bone broke. I stepped off a curb and fell down awkwardly, and it broke my bone. So I was in a sling. I didn't have a cast. But my shoulder part here was strained in the muscles really bad. But I am now getting back after a little over 2 months playing. And so I'm getting back into playing tennis. and I'm feeling better, and I'm starting to get a little bit better timing, starting to hit the ball a little harder. My serve's starting to come in, kind of getting a little bit better technique with that. So hopefully I will be able to do something. And also, I am going to be playing in a little small tournament the end of July. And with that, in July, it's called Elk River Open, and it's going to be on singles in the summer tournament. It's going to be its 54th year in play for playing that tournament. I've been playing it for over 20, close to 30 years, off and on over the last 30 years. So I've been playing it that long. So it's been a fun tournament to be in. Yeah, I've won a few trophies over the years and won the men's A doubles, and I always get it, or A singles. I always get into that, and I'm going to be playing doubles with a friend of mine that I've interviewed on here, with the here on the tennis podcast, Noah Johnson. So he's young guy and very nice, and he plays good. So maybe me and him might do something in the doubles. Who knows? So we'll see what happens on Saturday and Sunday. I'm going to be hopefully a possibility. I might get into the mixed doubles. So who knows about that? But hopefully that will come to fruition, and I'll get into the mixed doubles, and that will be fun to do also. So I'm going to be a glutton for punishment. I'll be in all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So yeah, I'll be well used and worn out by the end Sunday. But it's always fun. I'll be bringing a tent along with me, so I'll have a place to rest and congregate. And I do also play with a group of guys over in a local area at 2 courts that everybody gets together through the whole week, 5 days a week. They get together about 6 o'clock at night. And I get in, whoever shows up, they play doubles and play points, play sets, whatever it might be with playing. But it's really fun to play with those guys, and camaraderie, and knowing the people that go there. That will be fun. That is always fun to play with them. And with that, I've gotten possibly a few of those guys that might get into the tournament, which will be fun. And then I told them I'll set up my tent, and then we'll come set up by the tent, so it'll be a place to congregate, to talk and have camaraderie with each other and everybody. That will be fun to be able to do with that. But of everything with that. So who do you think is going to win the Wimbledon final? And then that will be after that. There's going to be about maybe 6 weeks. And then we're going to be into the U.S. Open tennis final in the United States, U.S. Open in Flushing Meadows in Queens. And I will actually be going to that for the U.S. Open Fan Appreciation Week this year again, which will be fun. I'll be in Manhattan this year, not Brooklyn, but I'll be in the YMCA in Manhattan, which is kind of a hostel in a way, like I was in Brooklyn. But we'll be doing the subway again. I will be doing the subway. A friend of mine will be going with me, and that will be a fun thing to do. And we'll be probably going around Manhattan, touring around that area, maybe going to the Statue of Liberty on a ferry. Who knows what we'll do, but that will be a podcast that I will then talk about whenever I come back from New York. That will be a fun trip again, whichever way that goes on that. And then with that too, I am always love being able to do the over the phone interviews. And I do have a couple of things that I have in the works that I'm going to be doing as far as the phone interviews coming up. And I always let me know, like, comment, and subscribe. on that, you YouTubers, and then also you podcasters. I'm going to be doing the Racket of the Week here coming up, and if you want to take a look at the Racket of the Week, you can take a look at the Racket of the Week on my tennis YouTube channel, Tennis Volley Talk. And that's always a good thing. I get to talk about Racket of the Week, and then let me know what you do and would like for me to do a little bit more of. And like I said, I do like doing the over the phone interviews. And what I've said before on the interviews, I've also told you that this has turned into more of a grassroots tennis podcast. And then I kind of get into, with people that I talk to over the phone, their tennis journey and what they've done within their tennis career, and how they got started and what they're doing in tennis now. And then this next week, I'm going to be having an interview with a actual former pro women tennis player that was on the circuit for a little bit back in the 80s. And she had played Martina Navratilova in doubles, and she played singles. She played Wimbledon, and she played in the U.S. Open. So that'll be a good interview, kind of interviewing her. And you'll find that interview probably next week, and that will be fun to be able to do, and talk to her and kind of see her tennis journey. Like I said, finding out and being more of a grassroots tennis podcast that this has turned into with that too. So with that and kind of in mind, right now what I have is the Racket of the Week. And this is actually a Slazenger racket, and it's called the Demon. So I don't know, with the Demon racket, it's actually... with the Demon racket, it has actually, who knows how old, it's probably about the 60s into the 70s racket with this Slazenger racket in the Demon racket. So with that, it's, like I said, about the 60s, 70s era in that. And with that racket too, the Demon racket's probably actually meaning more of the, depending on, like the Davis Imperial Deluxe. So I don't know where this falls into as far as the category of what Slazenger racket it was. And the Slazenger Demon era, 1950s, 60s, and Slazenger came into existence in the early days, and it's been around for a long time with Slazenger, and very nice racket. I like it because it's all black, an all black racket with the head and the throat and everything, and the white Puma Slazenger. So Puma is what the Slazenger name is. So it's a very good racket, very sturdy still, very straight racket, a little bit bowed, but not too bad. You could still probably hit with it a little bit too. So, but if anybody wants to take a look at it, you're going to see it here, what I'm talking about right now with this. And then the fact that it is around, like I said, this maybe late 50s, early 60s, 70s, with the cloth ribbons around it too, with this racket. But this racket is still a very good racket. You can still get out and probably hit with the racket. This is the actual original strings that they have for this racket after with the manufacturers that put the rackets and put the strings in it. This is the main string. That's the original string job of these rackets back then, not the catgut or cowgut that they used to have. And then when they manufactured them, they put this kind of string in, and you can tell it by the stripes on the strings itself, is that this is an original old string from the original racket stringing that they had. So everybody on YouTube, just like, subscribe, and comment with you podcasters, you're going to be hearing about the racket. And if you want to take a look at it, go to my YouTube channel, Tennis Volley Talk, and like, comment, and subscribe. And with you YouTubers, like, subscribe, and comment on this stuff also. So with that, that is the racket of the week. And I do like doing that. So what do you guys think about me doing the racket of the week? I like telling the history of the racket and knowing about the racket and letting everybody know about the rackets that I do have, the mini rackets that I have. So let me know what you like or what you want me to do. Comment, like, and subscribe. But please make a comment if you like what I'm doing. Let me know. What would you want me to do? Who would you want me to try to get a hold of as far as any tennis players or anything of that nature? So let me know on that aspect of it. So this week, this is about all I have for this week. But next week, I'm going to be doing an interview, and that should come out pretty good. And the week after that, I may have something going on too. So I'll be getting more names and more people that I'm going to be calling and doing phone interviews with. And what do you guys think about the phone interviews too? Like, comment, and subscribe with this also. So everybody this week, have a good week playing. Get outside, play. I've been getting outside and playing and hitting better now and getting my timing back from my a little over 2.5 months off with my broken arm. So I'm getting better. So it's getting timing, and I'm feeling better too with the way I'm playing. So I do thank you, everybody, and I will see you and talk to you next week. Thank you. Have a good week.